The southpaw stance on Bangpleenoi, a two-time world Muay Thai champion with 120 wins. Early heavy artillery being launched, and Brown takes a shot south of the border. Will be recovery time here for the Dutchman. Gives up a lot of experience to Bangpleenoi. And there it is, an inside fly kick went a little too high. Brown got caught where the sun don't shine.
Yeah, you can see Brown kind of react a little bit late to that shot, and that's just kind of the nervous system's response. He was still trying to go after it, but Bangpleenoi is immediately starting to throw heat. You can see that India Academy reaction time is very evident still in Bangpleenoi. Injury time, an athlete is allowed up to 3 minutes. It's the duration of a round for medical examination and recovery. If an athlete is unable to resume in the allotted time, an official decision will be given. If we reach the halfway point, it will go to the judges. If not, it will be called a no contest. But at this point, I think Brown looks like he's ready to go. Bangpleenoi looks sharp, staying a little bit loose. Nice and relaxed. I think we are ready to go underway.
Bangpleenoi is known for his kick attacks and his elbow attacks. Loves to attack the body. Look for the roundhouse kicks to the ribs, also to the liver section. He's in southpaw stance here, the two-time world champion. Wild uppercut, almost took out the ring lights. Oh, nice roundhouse kick off the back leg there from Brown. They are opening with a heavy artillery. There is no filling up process in this one. Straight right hand down the tube from Brown.
It's curious to see how Brown is going to utilize that reach advantage. I would expect a lot more jabs to start coming off him, but he's trading power shots with Bangpleenoi.
A two-time European kickboxing champion, Brown on the right of screen. Catches the roundhouse kick. Nice evasion there from Bangpleenoi. Bangpleenoi, a master of Muay Thai, which is the beautiful style, the aesthetic style of Muay Thai. Although this is a power-charged opening round on the two-time world champ. Takes the roundhouse kick off the back leg to Bangpleenoi. Edges forward now the time. Inside thigh kick from Brown. Jab to overhand elbow from Bangpleenoi came agonizingly close, Mitch.
Now, Muay Thai is a little bit different from a lot of other styles of Muay Thai, Michael. Can you explain that a little bit to people at home?
It relies more on the aesthetics. You see guys like Silla, Phuket top team. He's another master of Muay Thai. So it's Muay Thai. It's just the more classic, beautiful, aesthetic to watch style of Muay Thai rather than all-out sheer brute power. Nice evasion there. Don't forget, these two men are competing in 4-ounce gloves. You talk about adding power to the most powerful striking art in the world of martial arts. 4-ounce gloves takes it on a whole other level, Dragon.
That it does, and you can hear the thuds from all around cage side. They just land so much more impactfully. Like, you just hear the thud, and that is the difference in these world-class strikers getting put in 4-ounce gloves. That one looked like it was the top of the thigh.
That was pretty much a mirror, Mitch, of the first groin kick. Exactly the same technique, going for the inside thigh, high on the thigh, trying to hit the femoral profunda. It slips up a little too high and just connects Brown. He's okay to go on here. It's always very awkward when you're competing against a southpaw in that region generally can get attacked quite a lot. It's just what happens when you compete against a southpaw and you're an orthodox.
Especially if you like the low kicks, if you like going after the legs, the only option you really have, unless you're switching to the right kick on the outside of the thigh, is to go on that inside thigh. And you see the leg length of Brown is just so vast that it's he's just coming up a little bit too high on it.
Final seconds of what has been a cracking opening round. One way to kick off one championship. Heroes are sent live from the mighty Mall of Asia Arena in Manila, the Philippines. Now there are 3 judges scoring on a 10-point must system. Give the winner of the round at 10 points, the less dominant boxer 9 points. Wherever you're watching 138 countries around the world or live and free on the One Super app, how do you score it? For Brown or for that man, Bangpleenoi for India Academy?
Pretty close round either way. Bangpleenoi was the one throwing a lot more shots, but it was kind of, his momentum was halted by those low blows. So he's going to have to keep going back. It's going to, advise him to keep those kicks to the body and to the head.
Mitch, what do you make of this between rounds? Brown is choosing to stand. Bangpleenoi has taken a stall.
Well, I think Bangpleenoi is more experienced of the two. He's had almost 4 times as many matches as Brown, so he knows how to utilize that rest adequately. Brown is trying to set a message that says, I'm not tired, I'm ready to go, I'm standing, you're sitting. What's up?
Second round of 3 between a 2-time European champion, Brown Pinas, out of Holland, and a 2-time world champion, Bangpleenoi, out of Thailand. Roundhouse kick there from Bangpleenoi. Brown measuring with the lead hand, fires a kick in midsection, cracking roundhouse again. Triple there from Bangpleenoi. Brown trying to close the distance. Bangpleenoi could capture the front kick, just upends him. Left hook there from Brown, needed a right hand for company. Bangpleenoi goes upstairs again, trying to break down that right forearm of Brown.
He's doing that. You can start to see a little bit of the swelling start to build up there on Brown because he's eaten so many of those shots to that forearm.
A lot of you who may be watching Muay Thai here for the first time may be thinking, well, those kicks of Bangpleenoi aren't scoring. They're being caught in the forearms by Brown. Well, that's the game plan, folks. You break down the forearm, you continually hit it with those terribly powerful roundhouse kicks, and the arms fall. Then you come over the top with a roundhouse kick to the head. A third illegal groin strike there from Bangpleenoi. Now, I wonder at what stage referee Ono is going to show a yellow card.
He can take a point, he can show a yellow card, but that's 3 times that Bangpleenoi has went down south.
Now, Mitch, I will say they've all been accidental. None of them are intentional. It's not malicious at all, but it's happened 3 times.
But you can see that it's going straight up into the body. It's not going to the thigh. I mean, the thighs of Brown are extremely long, so he was going right up into the body there, and it just went up into the groin. Maybe he's used to throwing body kicks on shorter opponents, so that's why it's going down low. But you can see that if he wants to go after the legs, he could go after the legs, especially with that angle that we just got shown there.
Doctors and officials checking up Brown here. 3rd illegal groin strike from the attempted inside leg kicks. Now, Brown is allowed up to 3 minutes for medical examination and recovery. If he is unable to continue in the allotted time, an official decision will be given, but it looks like just glancing up inside the cage, Brown will be okay. Now, Onari just said to Bangpleenoi, next time it happens, I'll deduct a point. As I said, it's problematic when an orthodox takes on a southpaw. And there's another kick to the forearms by Bangpleenoi, and another.
With only 3 rounds, Michael, if Bangpleenoi gets a point taken away, that could cost him the match.
So the injury time, we should note as well, is accumulative, which means Brown only has 1 minute of injury time remaining should he get struck again in that region. Outside leg kick there from Bangpleenoi. Bangpleenoi resets. There's the left roundhouse kick. That's the money shot. That's the bread and butter for Bangpleenoi. Cracking away that right forearm of Brown. Brown's got to let his hands go over the top. Can't sit just on that front kick to the midsection. And again, Bangpleenoi. Roundhouse kick followed by a hook. The hook missed the target. Brown not pulling the trigger as much as we saw him last time against Johan Fairtex Dry. Now, he knocked out Dry around this time in the 2nd round back in November with a spinning elbow. For mine, it was the knockout of the year in 2018. It was spectacular. Could he possibly do it again and cause what would be considered by many to be an upset, because Bangpleenoi is a 2-time world champion.
I'd like to see Bangpleenoi start utilizing those hands a little bit more. Throw those hands and then throw the combination kick, because right now all he's doing is throwing that left kick to the arm of Brown. Again, it's definitely there. It's slowing down Brown, but he's not doing anything else with it except just taking it in his arm.
Have a look how Bangpleenoi controls center cage here, keeping Brown to the outside. High left roundhouse kick, tried to loop the shin around the back of the head. Final 10 seconds of this 2nd stanza. High kick to the face there from Brown. Fakes the right cross. Backs out of the way. Beautifully done. End of the 2nd. 1 more to go. Have a look at the combination work here. The kick from Bangpleenoi. Roundhouse kick, tucks it under the arm. The nice catch and counter there from Brown. And then the counter wild caught from Bangpleenoi. That's Moi for Moi.
Yeah, that's definitely the experience advantage because Brown was the one trying to be offensive off of the defensive catch, but Bangpleenoi was able to rock Brown back a little bit. Looks like he just lost his footing a little bit. I don't know if it was necessarily the power of that shot, but this round, I mean, definitely these past 2 rounds have gone the way of Bangpleenoi, minus the groin shots, but those haven't cost him any points right now. So Brown is going to have to do something spectacular, at least knock down Bangpleenoi in this final round.
Folks, wherever you're watching in 138 countries around the world, how are you scoring it at home? Remember, the winner of the round gets 10 points, the less dominant boxer gets 9 points. 3 judges, cage side, scoring this one on that 10-point system. A 2-time world champion, Bangpleenoi. A 2-time European champion, Pinas. Good right hand down the tube there from Brown to open up the 3rd round, and he lands another right hand smack bang to the nose of Bangpleenoi. Bangpleenoi probing with the jab, the southpaw. Now don't forget, public enemy #1 of a southpaw is the straight right hand. But to enable that right cross, Brown needs to put his lead foot on the outside of Bangpleenoi's lead foot.
You just hear the kiai, I guess you would call it, from Bangpleenoi. Every time he throws a big shot, he just kind of emphasizes it with a big oi.
Now, what you often hear the Thai corners do as well, when their fighter lands a technique, they'll shout, "Ooh-ay!" And that's for 2 reasons. One is to encourage their fighter and say, yep, you landed, it was a good one. The second, and more importantly, is to appeal to the judges, to put an exclamation mark on the technique, to let the judges hear that it's landed. And the more they're hearing the ooh-ay from the corner, the more the judges are going to be thinking, well, that's landed, that's scoring points.
I don't know if R1 championship judges would be swayed by a loud kiai, but, you know, I guess it works in Thailand.
It's a very old Muay Thai technique from the corners, and if you ever attend one of the stadiums in Thailand and watch some Muay Thai, it's like a soundtrack to the event. Unofficially, I do have Brown trailing, and he gets knocked down with a left hand there. That being the cross of the southpaw, and that's going to make Brown trail even further now. That was exquisite from Bangpleenoi. The timing, the precision on that left cross of the southpaw.
That left hand penetrated right through the defense of Brown and caught him right on the button as he stumbled back down. This is Bangpleenoi's chance.
Unofficially again, I would have gone 10-9 first and second rounds to Bangpleenoi. As it stands here in the 3rd, it'll be a 10-8 round for Bangpleenoi because he does have that knockdown on Brown.
You can see Brown kind of shuffle down there. He was looking at the spinning back elbow. He was hoping for Bangpleenoi to rush forward, but the 2-time world champion was not following for it.
This time, last time out, Brown had knocked out Johan Fairtex Dry, who is considered the best Westerner competing out of Thailand. But he is seeing that Bangpleenoi Pet India Academy is a whole different kettle of fish, a whole different breed of Muay Thai monster. Inside leg kick from Brown. And he finds something special in the final 25 seconds, the Dutchman. A 2-time European champion and also 2-time world champion. There's the spinning back elbow from Brown. That Bangpleenoi just smiled at him. He saw it coming. He read it well. It's going to take something miraculous to get through Bangpleenoi's defense. Is Bangpleenoi moments away from his first ever one Super Series victory? He may very well be.
Bangpleenoi looked really sharp, especially when he was able to find the opening and score the knockdown. He slipped, he bobbed, he weaved, he was pushing forward, but then he just, look at that, beautiful timing to evade, but then straight up the middle with the straight left, touches Brown right on the chin, sends him stumbling backwards to score a huge knockdown in the 3rd and final round of this one Super Series Muay Thai tilt.
Mitch, I guess that's why they call him Bangpleenoi.
Precisely.
So it's gone down to a decision here. And looks like Dom Lau is now in the cage to give us our winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of battle, we turn now to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges have scored this contest in favor of your winner by unanimous decision from the blue corner, Bangpleenoi Academy.
As I said earlier, the Pinas Academy have been a dominant force here in one Super Series, and now they have unleashed upon us that man, Bangpleenoi Academy.